Xbox is going to end. Now, this is something I kind of think about. Now, Xbox has been declining in sales for a good amount of years now, and a lot of people have brought the question up, will Xbox ever succeed? Will Xbox ever become what they once were with the Xbox 360? As we all know, PlayStation has been dominating the market for a hell of a long time. Almost 10 years, to be exact. They've been I'd say about 10 years they've been dominating the market. Xbox hasn't dominated the market since the Xbox 360, which was over 10 years ago since that phased out properly. Which is crazy to think because Xbox really hasn't tried a lot, haven't they? They've brought Game Pass out. Game Pass has been kind of a success. I think they had about 30 million subscribers at one point. I think they're about 25 million subscribers. So they're probably generating a good 2 or 3 billion a year from that. That's profit. They're probably, they generate maybe $1 billion or $2 billion because don't forget, they spend quite a fair bit on pulling in games and keeping games on Game Pass. And that is a good thing, building up your Game Pass catalogue. But I don't think Game Pass is actually going to save Xbox. It's quite obvious that Game Pass is not going to save Xbox. Game Pass is good, but it's nowhere near enough to pull people in because there's just games. I don't know. It's people just don't feel like the need. Now, some people say that the Call of Duty deal, essentially, PlayStation have a deal with Call of Duty. Well, did have a deal with Call of Duty. I don't know if when that deal actually ends, but the deal was they'd get map packs and DLC and other things like that a month early to PC and Xbox, which would be quite annoying for PC and Xbox users because, well, they'd have to wait a month to actually enjoy what PlayStation were enjoying, which a month wait is kind of a lot. It's bit of a joke, to be quite honest, but that's their exclusivity thing. Now, I do think that it's pretty cool that that's ended now. I don't think Call of Duty should be exclusive to begin with, although I don't know what Activision are actually Microsoft, to be fair, are actually going to do with Call of Duty coming up. Is it going to be on Xbox? Is it going to be on Game Pass? There's a lot of people talking about it's not going to be on Game Pass. I know this rumor's been going on about for a while. So ever since they bought Call of Duty, will we ever see Call of Duty on Game Pass? Will we ever see any Activision games really on Game Pass? I'm surprised they've not put any on yet, or they've started to drip feed some on, which gives me the question of, will Xbox actually be here the next generation of consoles? Will Xbox actually be willing to fight again another generation of consoles? Don't forget, I think Xbox Series S and X have sold about nearly 30 million, I think about 27 million consoles, which is, don't be wrong, is still a fucking lot of consoles to sell. I wouldn't say they're losing as much in the sense of that. They're losing to PlayStation, of course they are. However, they're not losing that much, they're not going to exist. Although, I have heard a rumour flying about that saying that if they don't get a certain amount of Game Pass users or subscribers, they will probably stop doing Xbox and stuff like that, which is quite concerning. And obviously, there is a rumour floating about around Xbox games like Halo and Sea of Thieves and many other big titles like Forza and stuff like that could be coming and Hi-Fi Rush could be coming to PlayStation, which kind of, I don't know where this rumor 100% started. I think it started with some insiders giving some information off. And a lot of people have been circulating around this on Twitter. Most Xbox users probably don't have a clue, but Phil Spencer put out a tweet last week now, and has been quiet, really, really quiet since. He put out a tweet 6 days ago, and he hasn't even been really that active on Twitter at all. It's almost like he just said, fuck it, I'm getting off Twitter because I'm going to get a shit ton of people calling me out and stuff like this. But this is what he put on Twitter. We're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business event for next week. no date. They gave you no date. It's probably going to be at end of this week, as to say. It's definitely not going to be today. We still haven't had a date on when that actually is going to be. I don't think we're ever going to get a date for it unless they just straight shitbox announce it on that day. But yeah, event for next week. We look forward to sharing more details with you about the future of Xbox. Now, something like that, okay, it could be considered, oh, fair enough. They're just on about the future of Xbox and what Xbox holds. You know, will Xbox be here? And maybe they're just shaping up things in the future of Activision with Xbox Game Pass and the future of Game Pass and things like that, and just how Xbox is going to go, which is cool. I'm quite happy, but it's a bit weird how he tweeted that shit on the same day the rumour started spreading, and he kind of quickly put that shit out, and he hasn't been on Twitter since. In fact, Microsoft, if you go to Xbox's account on Twitter, are still tweeting things about Xbox. They're still tweeting things like Xbox is going to still exist soon, and I don't know whether that's to try and bring in a shit ton of money or not. I'm not entirely sure. 5 days ago, a day after that tweet, Phil Spencer, they're promoting a new controller for the Xbox, which leads me to believe I think we're still going to have Xbox, because why on earth would you still promote something for some... I mean, yeah, they could promote it for Windows and stuff like that, and I'm sure the controllers are probably still going to exist for Windows as much, but I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense why you'd be still promoting stuff like that when you know that Xbox is going to be gone in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I mean, apparently they're bringing out a refresher console, which I don't even know if that's true anymore. They're getting rid of the disk drive, which a lot of people aren't happy, bearing in mind, because the disk drive, again, is something that kind of keeping the Xbox together. Like, considering they promote a lot of backwards compatibility, and most people who use backwards compatibility use the discs instead of the digital, because digital games, again, there are still 5 and 10-year-old Call of Duties that are $50, which is fucking mental. So I hope maybe after this acquisition fully goes through and they decide to plant them on Xbox, they start to make them older games just a little bit cheaper, especially Call of Duties and stuff like that, because holy shit, they're expensive. That's why people tend to use physical copies over digital copies, because that shit's cheap. It's a lot of money. $20 for a almost 15-year-old game. You know, that is really a lot of money. I don't know if they would ever put it down. I'm not too sure. But again, Microsoft again, or Xbox Twitter account, still tweeting about Xbox and acting like it still exists. They put out on Twitter, if you're reading this, it means there's games on sale right now. And there you go. They're still promoting games on sale on Xbox, which gives me a little bit of faith. Now, what does this mean for the future of console gaming? I know a lot of people out after this may end up going to PC, because PC, yeah, while it's quite expensive for the parts, they're definitely a lot cheaper than they were ever, to be quite honest. I think this is the cheapest you're ever going to find parts, especially if you want some AMD parts. You're definitely going to have quite a fair bit of good luck with that. Now, I do think the console gaming market will eventually die off. I don't know how crazily or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I do think console gaming, I don't want to say dead, but I don't think it's going to be as thriving as people expect it to be. PlayStation, again, they've already come out and said they want the PlayStation 6 to be, I think it's going to be apparently coming out in 2028. They want that console to be incredible. They want that console to be the best console they've ever got, and the most powerful console, which gives me a bit of like, oh shit, Microsoft, are you going to be still here? I mean, Microsoft, I think Xbox Series X is slightly more powerful than the PlayStation 5. I don't know whether that's because they slipped up and got in a deal. I'm not entirely sure. However, it is just a little bit faster. The Series S, obviously, a lot of people are complaining about that console. But what does this mean for the future of the console market? And, well, will we ever see anything on Microsoft? Well, if Microsoft goes third party, it looks like we probably won't ever see a console from them. However, it is rumored that apparently there will still be an Xbox. The thing I'm kind of a little bit clusterfucked to is the fact there are so many rumors. We have rumors saying Xbox is going third party. They're getting rid of the Xbox brand. Blah blah blah. We have another rumor saying, well, you know, they're still keeping the Xbox, but they're going third party, which again would defeat the point of having an Xbox. I'm against exclusives, but putting your exclusives on a console like Sony, we all know Sony will never put exclusives like Last of Us and God of War and you fucking name it on Xbox. You know, oh, they'll put it on PC, that's different. But they put it on PC about 4 or 5 years later, you know. God of War, I think, came out in 2021, I think, or 2022. God of War 1. Ragnarok will probably come out in 2026 or 7 or something like that. And if they're bothering porting it to PC. So I highly doubt we're ever going to see Sony take the time out of the day to put fucking Last of Us and any other fucking exclusive on Xbox. It's a big laugh, that. You know, they're going to laugh straight in the Microsoft executive. Is that what they're trying to do by saying this? Are they trying to make Sony feel like they're greedy and the bad ones? I mean, yeah, Sony is pretty fucking greedy when it comes to shit like that. I will admit they are pretty greedy when it comes to exclusives, but they're also pretty smart. I mean, most people, when they say they buy a PlayStation, they say they like the exclusives, which, shit, I can't really complain, because the fucking exclusives on PlayStation are actually pretty good. Like, don't be wrong, Xbox has some really fucking brilliant exclusives, but then I look at PlayStation, I'm like, wow, they're killing it. Oh yeah, Xbox has Sea of Thieves, pretty good game, I actually enjoy it. Starfield, it's okay. Got a lot of hate, probably because it's a Bethesda game, although I think it would still get a lot of hate regardless if it was on Xbox or not. So I think people just shit on it a bit too much. The fact that it's connected to the Xbox brand now, people now can use that as a way to shit on both of them at the same time. I mean, Bethesda's always been like that. It's a Bethesda game, for fuck's sake. They haven't been, well, I don't want to say the greatest because, again, Skyrim is fucking good, and I like the Fallout series. Minus 76 because that game is shit. However, I don't know about this, and I don't know the future of Xbox, but these rumors flying about are fucking stupid. And holy shit, Twitter has been very, very toxic on this. I can't imagine how the people off Twitter feel. In fact, they're probably feeling a lot better because they're not feeling like shit, and I don't blame them, to be honest. Stay off Twitter, people. Anyway, that's beside the point. But yeah, Twitter has had a rampage. PlayStation users are fucking having a field day with this shit. Even though a month ago, or 3 months ago, they were saying, Starfield shit, Starfield is shit, we hate Starfield. Now they're like, oh shit, I can't wait to play it on my PS5. Make your mind up. It's almost like a PlayStation user's just scared to admit that Xbox exclusives are good. You know, like, them motherfuckers, the amount of fucking PlayStation users I've seen get hyped up in the past week is incredible. It's almost like these motherfuckers have been waiting all their life just to play Forza on their console. I know Forza's a pretty good game, and I don't know how that's going to do well with Gran Turismo, if it ever is. Who the fuck knows? Obviously, the other rumor is that apparently they're going to be releasing a handheld console. Holy shit. Now, I know the handheld market is actually doing fairly well. Of course, the Switch is selling like shit. Holy fuck, it is. I think it's nearly, it's just close to being the best-selling console of all time. It's about to take over the PS2. I think it's about nearly 140 million units sold, which when you put it like that, holy shit. I'd say in about maybe 2-3 years, who knows, it could end up overselling the PS2, which would be a big shit stock for Sony. Sony are, I think, 4 years, nearly 4 years, 4 years this year into their life cycle. of the PS5. So, I don't know, that's pretty crazy. And they've already sold 50 million consoles, which is, holy shit, that's a lot of consoles they've sold. Anyway, what does this mean for Xbox with their whole fucking portable bullshit, their handheld console, as they say? I know PlayStation, I think they released a handheld console, a PlayStation Portal, they called it. And PlayStation have done pretty good in the handheld market. They had the PlayStation, or PSP, not the PlayStation, the PSP, the PlayStation Portable, which was actually a pretty good console. I think it sold about nearly 100 million units, so it was well liked by people, and I actually enjoyed it. It was a cool little handheld device, and then they later released the PS Vita, which I don't think sold as well. I think, although it's a very good thing for jailbreaking on now, so a lot of people do jailbreak and stuff like that, and they mod the shit out of it, which is a good thing, because at least it's getting its use. But I don't know if Microsoft will ever properly compete in the handheld market. I know the Steam Deck is doing very well in the handheld market, but I mean, that's been kind of a long time thing coming right now. You know, a lot of people have been like, yeah, we need that. And there's rumored to be another the Steam Deck 2 around the corner, which is pretty cool. But I don't know how Xbox would do if they did enter the handheld market. Will they do good? Will they do shit? Who knows? Apparently they want to, the Surface team, the people who make the Surface laptops, or, you know, do the Surface side of the laptop stuff. Apparently they are going to be making a handheld version of an Xbox. Whether this will stream games or not, I have no idea. I hope it doesn't stream games and it can actually natively play games as well, which would be pretty cool to see. I'm sure that'll probably sell better than the Xbox. Who knows? However, I do think that it'll be pretty cool to see them do that. Although I really hope to God that we do not see it streaming games. I know they have xCloud. I have played xCloud. It's not very good. It's actually really, really shoddy, xCloud. I played on it, and I played it through my Xbox, bearing in mind, and I did play it through a Ethernet. I didn't play it, wirelessly and through Wi-Fi. And it was blurry as hell. It was slow, very laggy. The latency in it, which I'm not really shitting on too much, because you are streaming the game, for fuck's sake. Maybe there just aren't servers near me that are very good yet. However, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure if they will succeed in the portable market. Apparently, they're still going to make a normal Xbox console as well, so they're going to have a portable Xbox and just a normal hardware console Xbox, which, again, would be pretty cool. There was a rumor a few years back that apparently they would have an Xbox stick, which would allow you to stream games. So pretty much they're trying to do what the Google Stadia did. The Google Stadia used the Chromecast, which is Google's. I think they sell the Chromecast still. I'm not entirely sure. Which is Google's sort of TV thing that you can plug in the back of your TV. You can get all the apps. You can stream Netflix and stuff like that. It's pretty much just like a Fire Stick, and that's what Xbox apparently. Now you can get Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Cloud on pretty much all them devices. If you have a Shield TV, you can get it on there. So they've got a wide catalogue of places where you can play and stream Xbox games from Game Pass onto, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that they're bringing broadly into streaming, although a lot of people don't really like, especially playing multiplayer games where you have to have a fast reaction. Streaming them, it just really isn't going to be the future of gaming, in my opinion. I really hope to God, but who knows? It looks like PlayStation is actually getting more of an advantage from this whole thing. And Microsoft obviously is going to lose a hell of a lot of players. Heck, Game Pass may end up dying out because who the fuck wants Game Pass? I think they have about, apparently what I saw, they have about 2 million subscribers on Game Pass, and about 21 or 22 million or 23 million on console. So most of the obviously people on console are subscribed to Game Pass. Who knows? Who really knows if this is going to be the end of the console war? Because Xbox have put down their controllers and accepted defeat, or Xbox is just being ass wipes and something like this. But it's a bit weird how there's a business update when this rumor comes out. It kind of makes me think of like, did they just rush and make this business update quickly up because they saw the rumor all over and like, oh shit, what the fuck do we do? We're scrambling. Do we come out and accept it? And you know, I don't know where this rumor's come, blah blah blah. And they know that they're trying to do it. Who knows what exactly is happening? But this rumor again has been clocking for a while now, and I don't really know where it 100% started, but it's been going on for quite a while now. So it leads me to believe that someone at Microsoft is leaking shit. Either that or they've just come up with some outlandish shit. I know it's been a rumor for a while now that Xbox might be going third party. Ever since like they bought Activision and the Activision deal went through, I know they axed like nearly 2,000 jobs, which a lot of people weren't happy with, and well, I can't blame them. And then they came out and said, "Oh well, Activision was going to do it, so we may as well just fulfill their dreams." Jesus. But yeah, I don't know the future of the console market. God, I don't want to know what would happen if PlayStation dominated the console market. Get prepared to pay incredible prices for games and stuff like that because, well, where the fuck are you going to go? You know, I know they've already been in a lawsuit with a UK court about pricing on PlayStation. Not too sure if Xbox has, but I know PlayStation has about the pricing of things. But I don't know how bad this will be if they did dominate the market. I'm sure PlayStation or Sony will use this to their advantage of charging people a little bit more money because, well, Xbox doesn't exist. So where are you going to go? Yeah, you got PC, unless you want to sell a kidney for that. Anyway, who knows? The business update still hasn't been confirmed, and I'm presuming it's going to be either on Thursday or Friday, one of them two. However, it's definitely not going to be earlier in the week. It hasn't even been announced. Phil Spencer has been fucking silent. Either he's shitting his pants or he's just laughing at Xbox users and saying, "Ha, I sold you out." Who knows? Only time will tell if we are being fucked by Microsoft or not. It is what it is. Hopefully it's good news and not the news we actually hear in the rumours. Have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.